Today's Community Leaders Conference aims to engage community leaders on issues, current trends and developments concerning race and religious relations.
Today's conference is therefore a continuation of our efforts to encourage greater thought and from thought, action that will promote greater interfaith understanding in Singapore. We commend onepeople.sg for this effort and hope that the exchange of ideas will spark more interfaith initiatives, not just in the academic arena, but also at the grassroots level.
Advocates of interfaith work say that it's not about trying to reconcile differences in theology or doctrine. It's not about confronting one another. It's about standing side by side and cooperating in joint projects such as community work. Interfaith projects to me are simply an opportunity to activate those parts of our identity that we share with people of other religions. We may disagree about religion, but we can agree that there are certain social problems in our community that need fixing, so why not work together to solve them?
You have a lot to do to be the role model the world needs to see. Because since war began in the heart of men and women, we must begin to build the rampart of peace in the heart of men and women in the world.
That when you go into a community, say, peace be with you. And if the person is of peace, he will return the peace unto you.
Hearing Pastor and Imam, there was no wayang. There was no wayang. It was real. They went through conflict, trials, and they overcame. They brought peace to their nation, to their region, and now exporting it.
There are various ways. One of them is to go to the person's spirituality, to invoke those values within their spirituality that encourages togetherness and dialoguing.
Very often we do organize tea party dialogue. We call it tea party dialogue. Some will call it soft spot dialogue. We usually do dialogue on areas we agree, our common bond, the social issues. We always talk about them, but we don't want to talk on the real, one of those core issues.
You're talking about the judgment that an editor uses, right, all things considered, to decide whether something should be included or not. Not because the government is there to lock you up if you don't, but because as a thinking editor or a thinking citizen, you believe that maybe we shouldn't say this because there might be likely consequences.
It is through dialogue that we begin to appreciate the finer things that we share. Dialogues can range from what we have today, like the conference, to smaller scale interfaith initiatives such as collaborations between various religious groups, to even at doorsteps, such as having a conversation with our own neighbors. Such conversations help build bridges of understanding and appreciation for one another.
The conference was just amazing in that I feel very, very inspired. This is a working model where you see a Christian pastor taking the same journey with an Islamic teacher. And I really find that some of the things that I'm going to take back would be the quotation that if you really want to get to know your neighbor, you will get closer to his heart, because the closer you get to your neighbor, you will drop your sword and you will actually hear his heart speaking to you.
I'm a exploration to faith. I'm a facilitator as well, and we do the dialogues. So I think it's really good to see the inside, and then really good to see the challenges that they go through and how we can overcome those challenges as well when we try to open up, dialogue sessions with everybody.